What's that? All right, here we go. Let me make sure we're live. Make sure we're live. Yeah, we live.
What's cracking?
Yeah, so the first thing we want to talk about is Lavar Ball versus Trump. Did you obviously you haven't heard that video yet, but
no, I haven't. Brief me on it. But I've been paying attention to the situation. You can't help but pay attention to the situation since Donald Trump can't stop tweeting instead of being a damn president. He can't stop tweeting about everybody.
Yeah, Donald Trump is America's biggest sports fan.
Yeah, he's more worried about what's going on in the NFL and the NBA instead of what's going on with Korea and shit.
So, no, you're right.
Yeah.
No,
he should be more worried about that. Because he's worried about a motherfucker launching a missile towards the United States instead of worried about who not standing for the national anthem and all that type of shit.
No, you dead right with that, man. And he was just on CNN, and it was just one of the worst interviews ever. I mean, it was just a terrible interview. I mean, it was just going in circles. How can you, in my head, and you may be proud of this answer, how can you, I don't care how my son gets home. I don't care. If he gets home, if someone said they helped, I'm going to thank them. And we'll decipher everything at a later date. But right now, I just want to hug my son, spend time with my son. And I don't care what Donald Trump, I mean, it makes sense to speak up about Trump. His brand just went through the roof. You know what I mean? Middle America really, really know who he is now. But, it was a great PR move if that was the move to do. But right now, I just wouldn't say he didn't help. Because there's a lot of moves that Donald Trump can make that can make your life hell. Behind the scenes, you know what I mean? What's up, Reese? Yeah, man.
Exactly.
What's up, Stefan?
Yeah, see, here's the thing, though. Fred, me and you at an age where you sometimes, whether you like it or not, you got to play the game. Even if you don't mean what you say, you gotta, you gotta just put it out there. Shit, Lavar, the best thing he could have did is just say, "I'd like to thank the president for his help in getting my son home," and then you move on and shit. But by sitting up there saying that he didn't do nothing and shit, everybody knows Donald Trump is petty and he holds a grudge and shit. So I don't know what the fuck Donald Trump gonna do to Lavar Ball, but like I said, Lavar Ball is one of them dudes. His mouth just get him in trouble. His mouth is his own worst enemy at times. Now, some of this stuff, now, like I said, he's clever. He's a good wordsmith, and people like that. He is entertaining to listen to.
He is entertaining.
Even though everybody knows he's a blowhard. But at the end of the day, whether you voted for Trump or not, you just say, whatever, thank you, President Trump, and you just move on and shit. But, he's making Donald Trump look more like the hero in this situation. And Lavar is coming out as the bad guy. All the Trump lovers are going to take the chance to go at Lavar and shit. You know what I'm saying? And go at his sons and shit. Whether you like it or not, your son admitted to stealing his shit.
Yeah, he did admit to stealing. So we got it.
So technically, he is an international thief. So,
he's an international thief. You put the international on it.
Well, he did it overseas, so he's an international thief. So I mean, he admitted that he did it. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't say somebody is an alleged rapist if they admitted to doing it. That mean they're not an alleged rapist. They did it. So the problem is, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump already got everybody and their mama at him for various reasons and shit. Like I said, Lavar, he don't need to make Donald Trump come across as like a dude that's getting did wrong. Like I said, unfortunately, you got to play the game and shit. And he, you know what I'm saying? He got to stop thinking he got more juice than what he really got. Because I keep trying to tell people and warn the ballaholics that they can shut him down immediately if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's people, I don't know if you know, there's people complaining that actually bought those sorry-ass shoes of his, saying that they haven't got their shoes.
It's supposed to be this week. It's supposed to be Thanksgiving week. Because I heard Shannon Sharp say something about that.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, Fred, I don't think you should buy no shoes where you have to wait 5 months. So, I mean, I don't, that's just a bad business move anyway. Then basically no returns, no refunds, no exchanges. And we all know when you wear shoes, depending on how your feet is formed, you need certain type of shoes for certain type of feet. So every type of sneaker don't fit comfortably on your shoe. Jordan 1s, but them motherfuckers, I have to go half a size up because they're made small.
Yeah,
so,
you're a sneakerhead, so.
Yeah, I know. So basically, what I'm saying, hurting his brand and shit, and he hurting himself and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, look, I said this before, Fred. I appreciate
What's up,
what
Stefan?
he's done for. Huh?
No, I'm shouting out people in the comment section. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate what he did. You know what I'm saying? I think people get shit misconstrued and shit. They think when I say about Lavar Ball, they think I'm attacking him as a black father. That's not the case. All I've been saying is he just need to tone it down and shit. Because at the end of the day, your son is the one that's playing hoop, not you. You would think he was the one playing for the Lakers. And I really, and I have to agree with Steve. Really think the NBA should stop covering him. I just think they need to move on because I think this Lavar Ball thing that played out now. I think they need to just concentrate on Lonzo, let him focus on his career.
Shit,
he stop talking to this dude.
Shit, he had an Ice Cube kind of day yesterday, huh?
Oh yeah, he fucked around and had a
triple double.
Well, my thing is, Fred, let's see can he consistently do it because I don't want to see him have a triple double. Then the next game he scored 5 points and shit.
Yeah,
he's been terrible, to be honest with you. I ain't even gonna say terrible in the words of Charles Barkley. He's been terrible.
Terrible. Aaron, you still owe me push-ups, Aaron. I'm talking to people in the comment section.
Yeah. So to me, Fred, I just think they need to let Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo needs to pick this game up quick, and because keep in mind. Overall, and like I said, his father's put his dad put so now we expect to produce. Because like I said, if his dad would have just stayed quiet and shit, none of this wouldn't happen. Because keep in mind, his dad never played in the league. Like I said, you didn't see Dale Curry talking about Stephen was gonna be this. You never heard this out of Larry Nance. You never heard Tim Hardaway. You know, it's quite a few people that have exit. That have kids playing in the league, and you've never seen them boost up their son the way.
Whoa, hey, ticket in the comment section said Lavar owned a white supremacist on CNN tonight. I couldn't really, like I said, I couldn't really dive into the interview because it was like they were just arguing with each other, and I'm multitasking too. So I'm gonna rewatch the interview, ticket, and
I'm gonna have to look at it. I'll look at it later on because I'm doing this live from work, so I will check it out when
it's 20 minutes though.
On my way to the gym, so I can't make an analysis of it until I see it.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad the kid is home. What you think about Floyd and Oscar? Tell me what you think about Floyd. Tell me what you think about Floyd and Oscar.
You know what? Be honest, pretty much success on shit.
Wait, I'm losing you.
Got it like that. He's a global, like him, hate him, or okay with him. He just hasn't ever lived. That's just fact. Okay. You can sit up there and critique his resume all you want. You can sit up there and say he didn't fight this dude. He didn't fought more. As I said before, nobody has fought more future Hall of Famers and current Hall of Famers than Floyd Money Mayweather. That's fact. Nobody. So obviously he did something. His resume shouldn't. I mean, he fought a shitload of Hall of Famers and future Hall of Famers. For you to sit up there, and I'm serious, for you to sit up there and say he didn't fight nobody, you just a fucking idiot. And it ain't got nothing to do with being no fucking Flomo and all that. You know, real talk. This is about having common knowledge of boxing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the Oscar De La Hoya fight go, hey, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I was telling Ticket that I just don't want Oscar to get paid, man. You know that.
Well, he gonna end up getting paid. I mean, here's the problem. Do you think they can get a deal down to where the networks can get involved to where, because who would get this fight? Who would get it? Would it be Showtime or would it be?
Oh, definitely Showtime. Floyd's ace high.
Okay, so that's the thing. And where would you hold an event like this at?
T-Mobile. T-Mobile. Floyd never leaves Vegas.
Yeah, because I know ticket. We talked about possibly a triple hitter or extravaganza.
What's up, Monterey?
Yeah, but I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. But I would love to see Floyd beat Oscar's ass again.
I would love to see that, but I don't want to give up $20 million to do it though. I want them to go belly up. You know what I mean? I want them on their knees. I want Golden Boy on their knees, begging, pleading, crawling.
Well, here's the thing. We would have the opportunity to finally corner Oscar De La Hoya and his staff and ask them about those emails. Because I definitely would be at that fight. I definitely, and I think a few other people that I know would show up at that fight. And it has already been said. To me, make it happen.
That's the perfect. Mondo Rose said, "What's up?" Ticket said, "What's up?"
Oh yeah, what's up, everybody? I'll be doing a live stream later on, so we'll discuss all this.
Yeah, Play C, Reef, everyone, Stefan, Merle Davis, Ticket, everyone, Aaron, you owe me push-ups still, and Ronald. I just want. I know Ticket says it's more than the money, but Oscar got money, but Golden Boy ain't got money. Oscar can't put his money in the Golden Boy because he'll go broke.
Golden Boy is in the fucking toilet about to be flushed.
I hope so.
Like I said, if they lose Canelo, they're done. They have nobody on that roster that can single-handedly produce big money for them in big money fights. Nobody gives a fuck about David Lemieux. Nobody cares about that dude. Because if David Lemieux loses to Billy Joe Saunders in a few weeks, then he's done. He falls back. So it's really Canelo, and that's pretty much it. They don't, and nobody cares about George Linares. Nobody cares about him neither. That's why Mikey Garcia did take that fight, because he didn't need that fight. So to me, I mean, if they lose Canelo, it's pretty much it. So, I mean, it would be interesting to see how negotiations would go. Keep in mind, Floyd did say he'd fight Oscar again.
He'll beat the break. What's up, Wiki Diddy Split? And Chosen 115. He would destroy. I mean, it would be so embarrassing because there's no way in hell he would be able to go 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar ain't fought in fucking 10 years. Oscar would get his ass shellacked. Or he haven't fought in damn near 10 years. Oscar would get shellacked. But I would love to see it. When I say this would be a one-sided fight, I would love it.
It's definitely gonna be a one-sided fight, and that's the part that I will enjoy. And the other part I will enjoy is the fact that Mayweather Promotions will be the ace high, and with them being the ace high, I'll have access to everything I want to. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll be able to ask Oscar, throw everyone under the man. Are you kidding me? I would throw a camera in their fucking face, and they would have to take it because they want that paycheck. They want that paycheck. So, and Floyd to be sitting there just like smiling. I mean, I have no questions for Floyd. I just need Oscar. Oscar's going to be the B-side sooner or later. Sooner or later, he's going to run out of fights on that end, similar to what's happening with Bob Arum at the welterweight division. He's not finding enough fights, and now.
Well, see, here's the thing. If Canelo, let's just say he loses to Triple G in the next fight, then he automatically slips to the B side. But the problem is Triple G moves to the A side, so basically it puts Triple G in a position to duck the Chalos, the Demetrius Andres, the Daniel Jacobs again. So it's a lose-lose situation. If Canelo wins, there's no guarantee that Canelo will fight the Daniel Jacobs, the Chalos, and the Demetrius Andres and shit. Because basically you got these two dudes that's holding 160 hostage.
Money.
These are the same dudes. Well, you had one particular dude in Triple G who swore to God that nobody wanted to fight him. But then now that people are calling him out, he's ignoring them. He's talking about they need to earn the shot and shit. So I thought these dudes said they'll fight anybody and they'll knock out anybody. So now all of a sudden you're selected about your opponents. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't understand. So you talk about contradicting yourself. This is what disabled Sanchez is saying now.
Yep.
So now all of a sudden they're backpedaling and they're flipping the script. You know what I'm saying? But I know why you were saying you'll fight anybody, because you were basically fighting nobodies. Of course, when you fight nobodies, you would try to make a nobody turn into anybody. Mm-hmm. But now that somebody's is in the league in the same division with you, now all of a sudden you're selective. Now that you actually have competition, now all of a sudden you're telling people to earn a shot. Mm. But then I'm trying to figure out who the fuck did Triple G really beat to get where he is. As I said before, this dude fought a whole bunch of nobodies. He fought a whole bunch of mid-level competition and average motherfuckers, but somehow, some way, he got anointed to being one of the best fighters on the planet.
He fought the Mongols.
Without actually proving it.
He fought the Mongols.
So I mean, I'm just saying.
He fought Willie Monroe.
Well, I mean, I'm saying then again, okay, well, if that's the case, then shit.
I'm joking.
You know? Yeah, he fought all these Uber drivers and shit. So like I keep saying, if you fight Uber drivers, then so you basically got put into the top 5 or number 1 pound for pound fighting Uber drivers and dudes that drive for Budweiser and shit. So that anointed you one of the best fighters on the planet. And none of this man, as I keep saying, this man never fought a pound-for-pound fighter in his life. Never fought, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. Never fought a pound-for-pound, never fought a future Hall of Famer in his life. But all of a sudden, this dude is one of the best fighters on the planet. But we all know why that is. But then when he had a chance to fight a pound-for-pound fighter, the motherfucker went the other direction. After he was the one that said he wanted to fight him. Man made every fucking excuse in the world not to fight Ward.
General Africa said, "What's up?"
Yeah, what's up, man?
Mm-hmm. But so who's the best at 160?
Who's the best at 160?
Uh-huh.
Right now?
Yeah.
The dude that should have got the victory over Triple G, Daniel Jacobs.
You think Daniel Jacobs is the best?
Daniel Jacobs will massacre Triple G if there's a rematch. That last fight he had a couple of weeks ago with Arias.
Mm-hmm.
If he had fought Arias, if he had fought Triple G the way he fought Arias, he would have got Triple G out of there. You gotta push Triple G against the ropes. We all know, Fred, that Triple G cannot fight going backwards and he cannot exchange with you. Mm-hmm. He has to wait till you stop throwing punches.
Okay.
Triple G only comes forward. Daniel Jacobs was walking that dude down, and I keep trying to tell Daniel Jacobs when I saw him at Floyd and Andre Ward 1, I told him if you fight Triple G, fight on it, work the body, use the uppercut, and walk him down. That's what it's going to take to get a dude like Triple G up out of there. And I'm telling you, Daniel Jacobs is not going to make the same mistake in the first fight that he did, you know what I'm saying, in a rematch. Daniel Jacobs massacres Triple G in a rematch, and everybody knows it. That's why they said we'll fight him 4 or 5 fights from now. All you got to do is look at Triple G's demeanor after that fight. Triple G wasn't even sure that he won that fight. He didn't think he won that fucking fight.
Yeah, he was like,
the only people that thought he won that fight is his sorry ass fans. Daniel Jacobs massacres Triple G. Now, he's the best person he's the best 160 fighter, and I don't give a fuck who gets mad.
How about Jamal?
Oh, Charlo is on his heels too. Charlo, Demetrius, Andre. Eventually, all those dudes are gonna have to fight each other. Basically, HBO said there's no political reasons why none of these dudes can fight. I really think Charlo could be put in the mix. We all know Al Heyman. We all know Al Heyman will let Charlo go to HBO. Because I still think that HBO wants to set up their own version of a Super 6, which I think would be great for boxing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome for boxing.
The problem is, could Triple G and Canelo put their egos to the side and participate in it?
No way would Canelo do it. He draws his own date. Now, what I will say is, people say Andre, he hasn't been hit yet by a 160 guy. You know, he had a tune-up fight against a 160 guy, but we want to see how you respond when you get hit by a 60 guy. Like, Like I want to see Terrence Crawford get hit by a 147-pound guy. You know, I want to. You know, it's a big difference, I believe. You know, so I'm interested in seeing how they respond to the up.
Well, we about to find out with Terrence Crawford. Hopefully, with
Terrence Crawford ain't getting the fight, and he knows it too. He's so mad. He's probably so mad right now at the politics of boxing.
Yeah, but this has been wow. But more than likely, Terrence Crawford to get his shot at Horn, depending on what. Horn.
It means nothing though. It means that's a lateral move for him. He'll have a belt, yes, but it's still a lateral move because he's still not fighting anybody.
Yeah, but he'll have. You know, if the powers that be can put their egos to the side and start making these fights happen, then we can finally see who's one of the best. Who's
it ain't happening.
In the world.
Terrence Crawford, if he don't sign with a PBC promoter, he's not getting any of them shot at them belts. He'll get some C-level fighters like a John Molina, a Hank Lundy types, you know, but he's not getting.
Well, he already.
Well, no, I'm just giving you an example at the 147-pound division. He may get a Samuel Vasquez. He may get a Luis Collazo. You know, he may get some of those, but he ain't getting the top 5. He ain't going to give him a Amir Khan. He ain't going to give him an Andre Berto. He's not – because, you know, you don't want him building – there's no profit sharing in capitalism, you know. So at the end of it –
that's the unfortunate side of boxing.
Yeah.
And the funny part about it is it didn't – and this has been going on for a while because, like I said, one of the reasons why I criticize Sugar Ray Leonard is because Sugar Ray Leonard tried to manipulate the system. He would fight and then fight certain dudes. So, yeah, this has been going on. Some of the best fights that should have happened never happened. And this is what I hate about boxing. And I hopefully these promoters can put these boxers would learn how to promote themselves, because I think what's going on with I think it's hope for Errol Spence and Crawford to happen.
You think it's hope?
I think that fight. I think it's hope. Errol,
if they want it, the only way that fight happens is if they would genuinely want it. You know what I mean? But if they don't want it, that fight would be for 3 belts. If assuming Errol Spence wins, assuming he beats Keith Thurman, you know, if that fight happens, that fight will be for 3 belts. So that would literally be a unification bout, because Terrence Crawford will have the WBO belt.
In Las Vegas at the new Raiders Stadium.
That ain't that big, but it'll be pretty big.
Yeah, well, I'm just plugging that, you know.
Yeah, we got Town Bizz on the phone, guys. It's let's see who else. Wiki Diddy Split. What else? Living in a mansion. No, I'm not living in a mansion. Same with Gary Russell. All these guys talking to each other. Any questions you guys have, feel free. So feel free to put in the comment section and I'll ask. But we got Town Bizz on the phone. So make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, Town Business JS. You know, and
yeah, all right, man. I gotta get back in the place, but just tune in my live stream in about hours from now.
Okay, for sure. I'll hit you.
All right, y'all.
Okay, cool. Peace. If you guys have any questions, shoot the questions before I get off the live stream. What questions do you guys have? Any questions? Will Crawford dominate Sheldon? No. I don't think you can. I don't think no one can really dominate the 147-pound division. It's such a tough division. It's based off of matchups. You know, you got to figure a long, lean Terrence Crawford. Worst enemy would be a guy like a Sean Porter or an Earl Spence who just dogs the body. You know, is Terrence Crawford strong enough to keep these guys off of him? You know, I think Terrence Crawford can beat a guy like Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman wants to fight in space, and Terrence Crawford probably, based off his 140 skill set, will do a great job fighting in space. He can go from orthodox to southpaw. He'll be great at cutting the ring off, but Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford is a lean kid, so I don't know if he can sustain, if his body can keep up at 147. We'll have to see him. He'll get a Luis Collazo or Sammy Vasquez type of fight. We'll see how he looks there. But it's a going up from 140 to 147 is a huge step up. Let's see. I think either Spence or Thurman is going to come out on top. Spence or Thurman. If you pick any of those four guys, you're absolutely right. If you pick Spence, Thurman, Porter, Crawford, well, I don't think Crawford's going to get any fights, but there's one more. Spence, Thurman, Crawford. Who's the fourth one? Spence, Thurman, Crawford, and Porter. Yeah, those are Crawford. I'm drawing a blank on the fourth guy. But don't forget Manny Pacquiao has another fight too. See what you guys have. Barber. The word in Vegas is that most ridiculous fantasy fight that would mount Adrian Broner versus Roberto Duran. Is that a fantasy fight? I ain't heard nothing about that. That's a stupid fight if it is. Yeah, but at the same time, Thurman lets his hands go. Yeah, Thurman lets his hands go, but, if he gets hit by Terrence Crawford, he'll make in-game adjustments like he did against Leonard Bandu, like he did against Danny Garcia is the fourth guy, I think. He'll make in-game adjustments. You know what I mean? And he's done it pretty much his whole career. He did it against Danny Garcia. Come out strong, coast the last 3 rounds, don't get finish on your feet. Blue Bud Sports Team. I disagree. I think Crawford will force to promote his hands because his hunger to be great. So it doesn't matter how hungry he is. There's no profit sharing. Keep in mind, Al Heyman has been trying to build this thing, for 3 years now, since 2014, I believe. It's no way I'm giving everything up. At 147, you give up everything. 126, 147, 160, and the heavyweight division is where their PBC is exceptionally strong at. 26, 47, 60, and the heavyweight with Deontay Wilder and all those B-level heavyweights. They're real strong in those 4 divisions, and you're not giving it up. You're not giving it up for one fight. No way. I don't care how bad. How bad do we want Pacquiao Mayweather? How bad did we want Adonis Stevenson Kovalev? How bad did we want Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua? He can put as much pressure as he wants. It's totally up to Al Heyman and what he wants to do with these guys. So East Coast Jersey. What up, Jersey? You in the chat room? What up? I was born in New York. I think Crawford versus Stern will be like, oh, Jesus. Corrales, Casamayor. Oof. Roberto would have baptized that boy. Let me see where we're at with these fights. Bud has trouble with Porter and Spence, and Brooke would do well until eye socket. Yeah, I think Terrence Crawford will have problems against a guy who's determined to be on the inside of him. Keep in mind, Terrence Crawford does really well when he's leading. I'm gonna visualize this when he's leading from space. Earl Spence can fight in a phone booth. Sean Porter can fight in a phone booth. Floyd Mayweather can fight in a phone booth. Go back to the Miguel Cotto fight. Floyd Mayweather can fight from distance. I think Terrence Crawford is great from fighting from distance and average to good to fighting inside. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I think his wiry frame forces him to lose power because he can't generate. You got to be able to generate some inertia, some velocity to have power, and the power comes on the end of your punch. And so I think he'll have some difficulty with a guy like a Sean Porter who will not allow him to keep him on the inside. Just his I think Sean Porter's just athleticism and power and just sheer power. He's a strong kid. I had to guard him in a basketball game, so he has a real good, strong base. And Earl Spence, you know, his ability to Earl Spence silently cuts the ring off on you. You know, he's like, it's not done so vigorously, you know. Between body shots and proper footwork and cutting the ring off, Earl Spence kind of mows you down in that kind of way. You know, Bud has trouble. Brooke. Roberto would have baptized that boy. Yeah, in his day. I don't know what Kell Brook is under. You know, there's no news about him. And he is faster, stronger, and he has better defense. Terrence Crawford is faster, stronger. Yeah, I don't think he's stronger. I don't think, if that's what you're saying, Barb. I think Crawford versus Thurman would be like, shit. Who wants to see that fight? Whew. You know, some fights, you know, Corrales, Casamayor, you just want to, whew. Those are the fights where you pause the TV. If you're watching a fight by yourself, you pause in the TV and you take some breaths because you're literally on the edge of your seat. You're praying for them while you're still wanting more out of them. You know, it's like one of the, you know, it makes you do stuff like that. So I don't think that if Crawford Thurman becomes a Corral, yeah, because at the end of the day, Thurman's gonna have to fight to get out of the way of Crawford. I agree from that standpoint. I talked to Fight House Marcos Vaz. He's a cool dude. Told me that he met Spence and he literally thought he was big enough to be a light heavyweight. He was like, "Holy shit, how does this guy make 47?" I said, "Yeah, he probably walks around at 170, 175. He knows it. He's a big guy. He'll tell you in his videos." He said he got to stay away from all the foods and stuff because he has to squeeze into 147. Yeah, he definitely has to do that for sure. I definitely would agree with that. I guarded him in the basketball game. He's a big dude. Does Porter deserve a fight with Thurman? He definitely deserves a fight with Thurman because he's done 2 eliminator fights and he's a WBC silver champion. So he's definitely deserves that. I would say that. And we got to see what the marketplace holds for an Earl Spence. All right. If 13 to 15,000 people go out and support Earl Spence on January 20th, he has a market. He has a marketplace. He has yet. This is the first time he's leading a major card in a major city on a major network. You know, he's been on the B side. He was on the B side of Kell Brook. You know, he took lower money to go out and win that fight. Mayweather 154 to oh my God, yeah, they definitely dominate 154 as well. Thank you. You're right. Brook is too big for Crawford. Brook will use his jab, right hand. Yeah, but yeah, he is too big. But I don't know if I think Kell Brook is damaged goods now. You know, he's already been hit. You know, he's kind of gun shy. Go scare your son, and go scare your son 4 times in a row. And the 5th time, he's going to peek around that corner and see if you're there. That's similar to what boxers do as they get older and they get hit more. You know, Lamont Peterson versus Sean Porter. You got Lamont. Nah, Lamont Peterson's too small. He'll get bullied around the ring. He's just too small. Just physically too small. You know, he's a small 147 guy. You'll see. You'll see January 20th when when they touch gloves, you're going to be like, well, Lamont Peterson is a little kid. Watch. You'll see. You'll definitely see the physical difference between the two. Barbershop, I said that because it's a situation where the more skilled fighter lost to the bigger, more powerful. Okay, I got it. Alton. What's up, Alton? So what, Crawford isn't a draw? No, I didn't say that about Crawford. Crawford is a great draw in his city. But in Vegas, he's not a great draw because I was at the Postal Crawford fight. And it wasn't sold out. You know, they only use 2 levels. The MGM has 3 levels, so they only use 2 levels. They blacked out the very top level, so he's not a draw yet. But in Omaha, he sells out. Fred, I really enjoy it. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, Fish. SJ Fish 101. Sheldon, yeah, Barbara. But Crawford doesn't hit as hard as Porter and Spence. I don't think Brook. Shit. Sheldon, I don't know if he doesn't hit as hard as them, but he's accurate. I'm willing to bet his CompuBox is probably top 10 right now in all of boxing. I would think Terrence Crawford is definitely top 10 in CompuBox. And Barbara, I appreciate you talking. Oh, all the time, all the time. Let's do it. If Adrian Broner returns, who should he fight? Oh, his shadow. He should fight the man in the mirror. You know, it's he got too many demons, man. Adrian Broner has a lot of demons. I'm not gonna shoot him down now, but what I will say about Adrian Broner is this past week he handed out turkeys to his community, and which is a hell of a feat. I think it's special. I think it's beautiful. I think Adrian Broner should fight Andre Berto at 147. I think that's oh, you are from, what's up, Shay, from Omaha? Okay, dope. I think that's a good fight. At 147, I'm not sure if he wants to fight at 140 or 147. At 147, the Andre Berto fight is a great fight. Andre Berto has some cachet there. At 140, who should he fight at 140 if he stays at 140? I think him and Hank Lundy would be a hell of a fight. I like that fight, Hank Lundy, but Hank Lundy is a 135 guy, but he'll move up to 140 for that fight. Lucas Matisse. No, Lucas Matisse is at 147 now. Maybe Postol and Adrian Broner, but that has no cachet. That has no luster to it. It doesn't make any sense. 140. You guys got to help me out right now. 140. I have no idea. I don't know. Thank you, Monroe Ray. Mr. Moore, appreciate you. What do you think about Amir Ahman? I like that fight. I like Amir Ahman. I just think he was tired against he ran out of gas because he didn't train for Granados. But I like Amir Ahman's talent. I think it was just immaturity on his part. Immaturity is the reason why he didn't finish the fight with Granados. And keep in mind, that's the same thing Marquez Pacquiao. Pacquiao was going in for the kill, and Marquez had one bullet, literally had one bullet left in his gun. One bullet. Boom. And he's out of there. So that's basically it. So I believe that if Wilder lands a right hand on Jesus, everyone goes to hell. His right hand is beautiful. It's special, man. It's special. Did I get everybody's question? Any more questions? If you guys have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Yeah, man. Iman is definitely a problem. You're right, P Money. I'm not discounting that guy. I just think he didn't train for Granados. Took him for granted. He had Granados early in the fight, left for dead. Granados barely survived, came back, and Amir Ahman shot everything he had and lost. Ooh, what do you think about Robert Easter Garcia? I like that fight. I think that's where we're headed. I think we're headed in that direction because of the belt situation. I like Mikey Garcia. I like Mikey Garcia in that fight. I don't think Robert Easter has the pedigree. Amir Ahman reminds you of Tommy Hearns. I'm surprised you didn't say that about Terrence Crawford first, but physically, or Robert Easter, you know, them long arms. Broner's done. We all know Broner's done. I think he's mentally checked out. You're right. Loma versus. Okay, let's talk about that. I'm gonna get to Loma versus Rigo. Right now, I have Lomachenko winning. Easter is a dog. I think he stops Garcia. Wow. I like. Okay. I have Lomachenko winning right now. I know it hurts. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for Rigo 1,000%. But right now, I have Lomachenko winning that fight. I think, and here's the secret to that fight. I think Charlo beats all the motherfuckers. Okay. First, let me get to this. I think here's what I'm saying. Now we see upright Rigo. We see the left to right movement of a Lomachenko, right? We see that, right? Now, typically, Rigo responds to every action that the fighter does in the ring and responds more often in a positive manner. He's undefeated, been knocked down a couple of times. Now, here's where I believe Lomachenko was going to win, or right now. My opinion could change. I'll do my official, probably if that fight's December 9th, it's probably going to take me to December 8th to figure out who the fuck's going to win that fight, because I don't want to be wrong, because that's my last prediction fight for the year, and I've been perfect all year. So if I get this fight right, I will be perfect for the year, which I have never done before. I've never had a perfect year. So if I lose this fight, I'm gonna be hurt. And you guys know, I don't predict one-sided fights. I only predict where there's some doubt or there's high drama from the fans, there's high interest from the fans. I'll pick the fight because you guys are very much interested in that fight. But I think Lomachenko's ability, his style will allow him to steal rounds. And that's never been discussed online. We've only looked at the real attributes, but I think Lomachenko, athleticism, footwork, his ballerina skills, his fine muscles are amazing. His fine muscles, meaning his muscles' ability to stand on their own, I think will be the difference in that fight. So I have Lomachenko winning that fight. I'll be rooting for Rigo 100%. My perfect streak is not more important than me rooting for Rigo, because I want to hang out with friends and cheer for Rigo that night. So, but I got to be pragmatic in my decision making as of right now. So, any more questions? Okay, a few more questions. Cool. Easter's a dog. You think he stops Garcia? I loved him in Comey and hated him in the next fight. I love Robert Easter in Comey, how he got off the ring, and fought back and won that fight against Comey in a 1-point fight. Fred, think Triple G will fight Charlo? No way Triple G fights Charlo. And honestly, they're in different spaces in their career, not unless he continues to hold on to them belts. But Terrence reminded me of Mark too. Sharp but not defensively sound. Reminds me of Mark. Mark who? Did I say a name? Who did I say? Mark who? I'm drawing a blank on that, Sheldon. Broner's done, yes. Loma is going to lose, Barber, trust me. Okay, I hope so. I hope so, G. I hope so. Am I the only one that think? I had Triple G winning that fight. I had Triple G beating Canelo. It was a draw. If it's a draw, in my head, if it's a draw in Vegas, that means Canelo lost. What up, K Black? So we meet again. Hit that like button. Thank you, K Black. Piedmont, I have Rigo by stoppage in the 9th round. The first 3 rounds be Loma's way. I hope so. Barbara, you remember the song on Coming to America? Just let your soul go. Yeah, that was my favorite movie in college. Rigo inside skill will. Oh, Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Okay. He gets Mark Too Sharp. Oh, wow. Yeah. He gets him out of there. Rigo versus Loma, a good fight, but I hope y'all. Well, we're in the LDBC. I got a lot of LDBC guys, and so I can see how everyone's rooting for Rigo. But keep in mind, I was the guy who had last summer, at the beginning of last summer or at the end of last summer, I had Kovalev beating Ward. And it took me so long to get there. It took me so long to see Ward defeating Kovalev. It took me so long to really believe that Ward could beat Kovalev, because I thought Kovalev was a dog. And you guys know me. Fucking hate Kovalev. I think I have no respect for Kovalev. None. He doesn't. I have none whatsoever. So you see how long it took me to get to the point where I believe that Ward could beat him, because I literally, if I had $1,000 Labor Day, I would have put my $1,000 on Kovalev. It wasn't up until I saw Kovalev up close at the media workout, and I said, he's not sharp enough. Like, and I knew it was gonna be a 1-round decision. I didn't think no one was gonna get knocked out that fight. I thought it was gonna be a 1 round was gonna decide that fight. And I thought Andre Ward's dog and his reflexes would be the difference in the fight. His defensive reflexes and angles was going to be the difference in that fight, and it proved to be right. So, so I'm going to watch some more Rigo fights, and we'll see. I'm going to study the shit out of this fight. I'm gonna go to Wild Card and talk to some people about Rigo, because I'm actually going to ask, can I go spend the day with Lomachenko? Matter of fact, I've been wanting to do that for a long time. 503 line, you got, okay, I'm not alone. Right now, I got Lomo winning that fight. Sheldon, Mark Two-Shot John, he gets him. Okay. Mayweather comeback. Hell yeah, if the money's right, I can definitely say. I haven't seen Floyd in a minute. Well, I was at the basketball game with him last Monday, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He was, I think Floyd's seats was a little bit better than mine. And I didn't feel like bothering him. I had my son. I just wanted to enjoy my time with my son. If Rigo was naturally bigger. Oh, if Rigo fought at 130, Rigo would be the best 130 guy out there. So Rigo is the more skillful fighter. I don't think you can be more skillful than Lomachenko. I think you can be as skillful as Lomachenko. I don't think you can be more graceful than Lomachenko. Loma's face been fucked up the last couple. Yeah, he has. He's been a little. Yeah, Loma has won the loss. Everything you're saying is right, Jay. Everything you're saying is right. Everything you're saying is. I'm not this. Every point you guys make about Rigo, you guys are dead on spot. Dead on spot. But that weight restriction to 138 will help Rigo big time. I know Loma wanted it to be heavy. Yeah, you're right. Is it 140 or 130? Is it 10 pounds or 8 pounds? It's an 8 pounds? Wow. So that means he has to go to bed thirsty, because he has to weigh in 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. the next day, right? It might have been 9 a.m. After 9, he'll be able to eat whatever he wants. He's confused. He's not going to lose to Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he's not going to lose to Oscar De La Hoya for sure. Will you guys like Charlo, Thurman, Crawford, Spence, Wilder become superstars like Floyd? I think Charlo's, out of all those guys, I think Wilder and Charlo are the two guys that can be superstars out of that group. Kovalev is delusional. Mike Garcia will beat Easter Bunny. Who won a bet a blowjob? Huh? No. What the fuck are you talking about? Rigo don't want Loma. I think that Charlo's in them because it's a 2-for-1 special. And they're alpha males. They're easy to hate. They're black and they're easy to hate. And they don't mind being hated. And they're literally alphas. They're in your face. They talk shit. They don't mind being a villain of the movie. So, get that. I know I was, that's disgusting. How you do that? I'm going to remove that comment. That shit is homo. How long can the WBC protect Triple G from Charlo? We'll see. We'll definitely see. Them Charlos are lions, man. They're super special. I mean, when I say they're super special, they're definitely super special. I see that UA shirt. Lived in Hawaii. Yeah, this is one of my workout shirts. See, the secret to working out when you work out real early in the morning is you sleep in your workout gear and you just wake up and brush your teeth and, and get to the gym. I work out every morning, so that's I don't want to get dressed in the morning. Would you consider Porter and Jacobs A-level fighters? I think Porter's an A-level fighter. I think what boxing fans don't do is he doesn't do it in a natural kind of way. It's kind of like the 85 Bears, the 86 Giants. They do it their way. Jeff Hostetler at quarterback, Mark Lavar at tight end, and you have the four linebackers: Carl Banks, Pepper Johnson, Harry Carson, and Lawrence Taylor. They do it their way. And that's just the reality of it. Kind of like Adrian Dantley in basketball. If I'm making sense, Wilder has got to be a part alien because when he knocked out Bermain, he said, "Yeah, H-Town, yeah, H-Town, they special, man. If I have any kind of market space, I would definitely want them to be endorsed." Yeah, that was gay as shit, A9. We don't appreciate that. We all alpha males in here talking boxing. And I'm the guy that lets everything go on my channel too, but that was kind of way out. Yeah. I like Charlo Brothers and Spence, but man, I can't lie. Wilder got me kind of excited. Wilder got everyone excited. What about Jacobs? Jacobs is Jacobs. Good guy. I don't think he's great. I think he can have great moments in fights. I think he beats an older Triple G. I think no one beats Canelo just because of the landscape, the politics of boxing. I don't think Keith is ducking anybody. I think Keith enjoys, literally. You ever been full of yourself? He's enjoying himself right now. You know what I mean? So I think that I think Keith Thurman is just literally enjoying himself. So what up, King? What up, Jarvis? My neighbor. So I think he's enjoying himself. I don't think right now in the world there's no fighters I don't think fighters are afraid of fighters. I just think the money and the business and the money got to be right. I don't think Joshua is afraid of Wilder at all. I think Joshua literally looks at Wilder and be like, this guy weighs 30 pounds less than me. There's no way he can hurt me. Porter doesn't beat Thurman, Spencer, Crawford, and Danny might be. I think all those are great fights. I can see how you could pick Thurman because he beat him. I can see how everyone's in love with Spence. I think he beats Crawford. I think he destroys Danny. I think Thurman and Spence are tough fights, but I think he beats Thurman now because Thurman has a lot of. I'm not giving the secrets away, what I believe, because I don't want Thurman to start working on this stuff. So, and you guys know how much I genuinely care about the Porter. So it's not that I'm being one-sided. I just don't want to give out advantages that Sean Porter could potentially have. And Keith Thurman finds out what I believe his weaknesses are, and he goes and works on them. You know what I mean? So I'm not sleeping with the enemy. I'm listening to the. I said, "What up, Jarvis?" Again. Huh? Right on. Wilder, P Money. Porter is A-level. Just can't see him being another. He's only. Yeah. You have a right to your opinion. You have a right to that. You got to stop. You got to stop Canelo to beat him. You're absolutely right. Jamal Charlo versus G-Man. Who's G-Man? Who's G-Man? Triple G? 160? G-Man. Who's G-Man? Who's G-Man? Porter's an L fighter that only loses to elite fighters respect. Yeah, I think who's G-Man? I'm trying to think who's G-Man. I don't know why am I drawing a blank right now. Canelo is the only fighter that has to be KO. Yeah, we all know that, man. We all know that. That Amir Khan and Floyd Mayweather score totals were ridiculous. I know he knocked out Amir Khan, but 2 of the 3 judges had him winning by 2 rounds, and he was being outboxed severely. I think Thurman beat Spence. Woo, good. Interesting call. I think that's a tough fight for Spence. I don't think he walks through him like people say. Who's G-Man? Who's G-Man? Why am I drawing a blank on G-Man? Gerald McCloud. I'm thinking of today's fighters, man. The body snatcher. I'm thinking of today's. I'm like, who the hell is G-Man? Yeah, the body snatcher. Yeah, the body snatcher. Someone needs to call out Earl. Earl Spence. People gonna start calling out Earl Spence. I have no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt. If he gets to Keith Thurman first, everyone will be calling. Everyone gonna stand in line to fight Earl Spence. Tough fight, but I think old school Midwest legend. Yeah. Tough fight. You think Spence stops Thurman late? I can see all those scenarios playing out, but I don't have to break. That's a great fight to break down, because do you pick the wisdom and ring generalship of Keith Thurman and the power in his left hand, or do you take the potential? Well, it won't be potential anymore, because if he gets to Keith Thurman, that means he's beat a guy like a Lamont Peterson, a Danny Garcia, something like that. I think Danny Garcia is at the tip of A level. I mean, at the tip of elite right now. I think he's right on the tip. A level. The next level will be elite. Did anyone see James Toney versus G-Man sparring? James was schooling. Really? Well, James Toney is a freak of nature, man. James Toney is in the second level of greatest fighters of all time. Second or third level, but he's definitely up there. In his prime, he was special. Oh yeah. Terrence Crawford will call out the world, but he won't get a fight. There's no way he'll get a fight. Danny's not done, but I can't see him as a champion ever again. Well, I mean, fighting and winning the championship against these guys, I don't see him beating anyone in the top 4. You think Thurman, Lino? You think Thurman will knock Porter out? I don't think Porter can get knocked out right now. I don't think none of these guys can get knocked out. I don't think Thurman can get knocked out. I don't think Sean Porter can get knocked out. I don't think Earl Spence. Man, well, yes, they can get knocked out. Don't get me wrong, but it's so hard because they're so good. They know how to preserve and protect themselves, man. What up, Derek? It's so you understand what I'm saying? I don't think that. I don't think they can get knocked out. I just don't believe that. So let's see. Danny Garcia is trash. Should I even put him? Chavez. Oh yeah, I heard about that fight. That fight would have. What would they have that fight in LA or Texas? I don't think none of them gets knocked out. I don't think. In the top 4 of the welterweight, they can't knock out each other. Those guys are too good. They're too fucking good. Porter looked ordinary against Granados. Well, he had a fractured hand. He had a fractured hand in the 5th round. I was there, and I know his hand is fractured. His hand was, well, you guys see it on my channel. His hand was 4 times the size of his right hand. So you guys saw that. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, that's a great analogy. No frills, just goes in his fight. Porter is like a high-tuned pickup truck, Was it a 550? What do you call him? 550, 5500. What do you call him? Yeah, he's a AB said he's getting back. He said December, but I think it'll be February. It's hard to throw fights in January. Granados is a beast, but he's not an A-level fighter. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are talking about Lamont Peterson or Earl Spence fight. That's a solid fight. Peterson is real slick. Jarvis, a real interesting fight for me. It's a real interesting fight. And I think after we get past Lomo and Rigo, everything opens up next year. I'm obviously going to pick Earl Spence in that fight. You know, I think Lamont Peterson is a small 147-pound guy. But I'm curious to see how he does in that fight. You know, because you're going to have to get hit to beat an Earl Spence. Let's just face it. You're going to have to take a lot to give a lot in that fight. Earl Spence ain't no punk. I mean, Earl Spence is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, but we'll get a lot of information out of him, Jarvis, January 20th. We'll get a lot of information out of him. Can he sell tickets? Can he fight in America? You know, can he lead the promotion? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot that goes into it. And he gets his chance January 20th. There's a lot of vacant belts at 140. So, you know, Terrence Crawford had all 4 of them. So there's 3 more vacant belts, I believe, at 140. So he has a chance to get them all. You know, Mont Peterson's a bad dude. Broner gonna start doing commercials. Pepto-Bismol. Any more questions? What you guys got before I go back to work? I gotta work tonight. Earl stays in shape. Yeah, he probably goes up to like 170. I would say but he looks great. De La Hoya kind of now. That fight, I don't think that fight has a chance of happening. All those guys walk around 160 on up. Yeah, you got to. That's your weigh-in weight, you know. So staying in shape. Yeah. Which boxing legend does Keith Thurman remind you of? Boxing legend. Left hook and a thinker. Who had a great left hook and was a thinker? Now Keith Thurman has great ring generalship. Aaron Pryor? No, Aaron Pryor was had more dog in him. I'll come back to you, Sheldon. Porter versus Bam. Danny Garcia already got Bam Bam Rios. I got, if Oscar fought Connor, who would I got? I would go with Oscar. Yeah, De La Hoya had a great left hook and was a thinker. You're right. Great point, but good point. I think Keith Thurman has a higher ceiling. I think Keith Thurman has a higher ceiling than Oscar. No disrespect. I know Oscar was a gold medalist, but Oscar De La Hoya could never win great fights. He was in great fights, but never, ever could beat a black fighter. Couldn't beat a black fighter. So, Tito, I actually heard someone break down Danny Garcia, Bam Bam Rios. They sit in the middle of the ring, and Danny Garcia slips a little bit more punches than Bam Bam Rios and stops him. That's my quick assertion of that fight. I was thinking Shane Mosley when I thought of Thurman. No, Shane Mosley. Let me tell you something about Shane Mosley. See, I grew up in LA, so I had a chance to see Shane Mosley go from 0 to 100. Before Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley was on pace to be a top 20 fighter all time. I don't know if he's a top 20 fighter all time because it's from your start of your career to the end of your career. You got a basic fighter on, not just in his prime. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Floyd is so great, because he's winning all these fights not in his prime. So it's the whole bad. But before, let me tell you something. Before Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley was looking like a top 20 fighter of all time. Tito has a great left. Oh yeah, Tito. Tito. Tito had endurance was stupid though. Tito, in his fighting career, he used to run marathons. De La Hoya has, you're right, De La Hoya has robotic footwork. Great point. Yeah, but I don't think Keith has beaten anyone convincingly. Keith, you don't think Keith Thurman's entertaining? I think Keith Thurman's entertaining. Sean Oscar would murk the whole 140, 147, 154. He didn't beat Purnell. He didn't beat Tito. He didn't beat Moses. Nope. I'm not going through on that. He couldn't even. I mean, if Oscar De La Hoya had 4 eyes, he wouldn't have saw Purnell that fight. If he had 4 arms, he wouldn't have been able to hit Purnell that fight. It's just, yeah, you're right, Rob. His lack of activity. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Shane Mosley at 135. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes, man. No one can dispute. I don't care what you say, what you think, how you feel. Shane Mosley before Vernon Forrest. God. I mean, just go to YouTube and watch his highlight reel. Hopefully I inspired you to go watch his highlight reel. Special. Vernon Forrest was a fucking badass. Yeah, he was special. Got to meet him. Oh, you got a chance to meet him? I never got a chance to meet him. He didn't beat Purnell. I didn't think he hit him. I didn't think he hit him enough. Yeah, they better start giving Floyd Corte. He lost to Corte. He got lucky, right? 12th round knocked him out. Is that the? All these fights are starting to bleed in with me. But Ike Corte. Did he stop Ike Corte in the 12th round? Help me remember that fight. Did Ike Corte beat him? Help me remember that fight. I'm drawing the blank on that fight. Did he stop Corte in the 12th round? Was that the miracle fight when he was down on the cards and he stopped him? I don't know. Help me remember that fight. I'm drawing the blank on that fight. Put it in the comment section. Rinky White is like Baltimore Ravens defense. It was a decision. Yeah, he won the 12th round, but he needed the 12th round, right? Did he knock him down in the 12th round? He knocked Ike Corte down in the 12th round or something, right? Something happened in that fight. I remember. I don't know. It's been so. I haven't seen that fight in at least 10 years. So I'm drawing a blank on it. I'm sorry. I haven't watched that fight in a long time. But Oscar said that was his toughest fight. Yeah. He dropped Oscar in the 12th round. Yeah, that's what it was. Ike Corte dropped Oscar in the 12th. I knew something happened in the 12th round. I remember. I remember that. There we go. Thank you. I knew I was on to something. See, I've been a boxing fan for a long time, and sometimes the information just bleeds in together, and you forget, you know. Can we stop talking about fishnets? Okay, I'm with all of that. All right, what we got? I got to get back to work, guys. What we got? I appreciate you guys tuning in, though. I got to do this way more often because you guys are awesome. I don't know where you're at, but it's 10:30. It's 10:18 in Cali, so that's the earliest it can be. I seen him in the Fight Hub live chat. Yeah, I think Oscar, his eyes are bloodshot red. Who is the most overrated boxer of all time? Oscar De La Hoya. He is. He's so overrated. 11:18. Yeah, it's rough out here in these streets. It's 12:18. See, I know it's late, so I genuinely appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And if I give y'all all my energy, I'm gonna have to decompress for like an hour to get some energy back to get excited. You know what I mean? Because it gives so much to keep the energy up. You know what I mean? I gotta go breathe for like 20 minutes. I gotta go take the trash out too. It's trash day tomorrow, so gotta take care of that. And but that's neither here nor there. That's the easy fix. Broner is definitely overrated. But you know the one thing about Broner goes into the Hall of Fame. He's a 4-time world champion. And I know I'm gonna get some rebuttals on that, but you gotta respect the fact that motherfuckers in a 4-time world champion in 4 weight classes. That's crazy. Would I let Wilder, Charlie Horse you in the arm for $1 billion? Hell yeah. He could throw up. Hell yeah. I need that. Well, corn. What is it called? You know, that can be the Burger King. Appreciate you, Lena. To answer your question, and you guys need to pay attention to this. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin can be the McDonald's, and cryptocurrency probably can be Burger King. You know, you gotta do your due diligence. You know what I mean, right? So do your due diligence. I haven't invested in either yet, but do your due diligence. I'm following it though. Best believe I'm following it. Yeah, Ticket's cool. Ticket be now you talk about a guy who works all day. I mean, because you guys know I subscribe to his channel, and I get his updates every day. It's ticket. It goes to my phone, and you guys know if you guys ever sent me an email or something or sent me a DM on Instagram or something, you guys know I respond immediately. That's because that's just life. So no doubt questions we beat. It's not that Broner isn't good. He isn't dedicated. You think Adrian Broner can be the man? Nope. 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 I don't think Broner got to be the man in his house first. We got to start there. I'm not. He can't be no man in no weight class if he's not the man in his house. Broner with Floyd's discipline. Shit. I mean, if I had Broner with Floyd's discipline, Alton, delete that message. Delete this message. I'm gonna let you delete the message. Alton, Broner with Floyd's discipline, and that boy would be delete that message. Delete that. All right. We're not going. I'm out. There's no room for discussion. He's a grown ass man now. If he don't get it now, he never gonna get it. If Broner had better footwork, defense, work ethic, he would be an all-time great, no doubt. Shit, if I was taller, didn't go bald, I could be a supermodel. I mean, man, these guys are who they are, man. I mean, they are. Orlando, I don't like Oscar. The emails is what started it. The emails. The emails. The emails is generally what started it for me. The lack of respect. The lack of respect for guys who look like me and act like me and who breathe like me. You know, I just think that's just irreprehensible for him to be that way. All right, we got 7 minutes. It's 10:30. I got to get some work done. I need these power hours. Broner will fight anybody though. He had some. I mean, he kind of has to now. You know, Broner's immature. He can't handle the pressure. Catch you in traffic. All right, guys. Appreciate you, King. I'll see you on IG. Those emails is what did it for me. Barbara, I forgot to tell you, became very cool friends with Joe Diaz. Oh, have you? Oh, that's what's up. Joe Diaz is a pretty straightforward dude. You know, I've interviewed him a lot of times. You know, straightforward. He comes off as very honest. He talks very deliberately. He's never rushed for words. Um, I like him. I like him. I spent a lot of time with years ago with in their camp. You know, I mean, he knows who I am, but I mean, not on a personal level, but just working, not working the camp, covering the camp. You know, because years ago, Timothy Bradley used to get all those big fights, so I used to cover all those fights. You know, so what's up with Kid Chocolate? He's eating a lot of chocolate. I saw him. He was sitting behind me at I was just for the Wilder weigh-in and Porter weigh-in. He looked kind of big. He looked like he weighed about 200 pounds. He was sitting down though, but he looked real thick and husky. You know, like that New York build on him. You know what I mean? Like the husky guys in New York. Danny went over Lucas, makes him level. Lucas was a monster. That's at 140 though. You're talking about 140. Now Lucas at 147. Maybe Danny should fight him again. He'll beat him at 147, but it only. Appreciate you, Johnny. Sub, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks to the team. All right, I'm gone, y'all. Bradley is a 5-weight world champion. Bradley is a master boxer. Timothy Bradley is a masterful boxer. Masterful boxer. Masterful boxer. Master. I just can't say that enough. He's a. I mean, because like we fall in love with people's weaknesses and see how they can't lose, right? I appreciate you, Jay. Jay, appreciate you. Yeah, we see how we look at weaknesses so much that we forget how great these boxers are. Timothy Bradley is great. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. In this era, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's tough. He's durable. He's only lost to one man, right? He's only lost to Pacquiao, right? He's only lost twice to Pacquiao, if I'm not mistaken. And he worked his way through the ranks, did it the right way. He's a bad man. Timothy Bradley is a bad man. I will say this about Timothy Bradley. I'm very much unimpressed with how he treats the media now. He's kind of, I'm very much, because I would say not huge. What media members say he had a huge impact on a fighter's life, but I helped out Timothy Bradley a great deal in terms of getting people to the fights, writing articles and stuff like that. Bradley versus Broner. Who you got, Fred? I got Bradley. Bradley's only lost to one man in his career. That's Manny Pacquiao. If they fight right now, I think he beats Manny Pacquiao. I think Timothy Bradley beats Manny Pacquiao right now. I think. I don't know what Timothy Bradley's been doing, but I think. Benavidez is the baddest man at 168 right now. He's going to carry that division. I like the kid from England. I'm drawing a blank on his name. I like him. I like Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is in the mix. I like 168. Who else is in 168? You got the Butte. You got those tough, durable guys at 68. But I think Benavidez, the guy overseas with the beautiful sister. Eubanks. He has a big fight coming up, right? Always was in great shape. Eubanks, yeah. Joe told me the story that before Bradley fought Marquez, he had his brother Julio. Yeah, I know that story very well, and I think he beat up Bradley, and they was about to pull him out of the Marquez fight because he wasn't responding. Something was wrong with him. He wanted him to go get checked out. He wanted him to something was wrong with his brain, or he wasn't responding, or something like that. And but he ended up beating Marquez. He ended up beating Marquez. All right, one more question. What we got? Ward come back. Ward comes back. Benavidez. Benavidez didn't lose that last fight. Get the fuck out of here. You trolling. You trolling out. You trolling. You trolling. I think Ward comes back. It's hard to leave so abruptly like that. At the top, it's so hard. It's too hard. James Nagel, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I genuinely appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Follow me on Instagram, Silent Heroes. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. We could talk all the time. Just not tonight. I gotta get some work done. But after tonight, you guys can talk to me anytime you want. Let's follow each other on Instagram. That way I can respond. Because thanks to you guys, the channel is growing. And it's hard for me to get to all your damn. Oh, it is on. I'm sorry. So, but Fury or AJ stops him. No, it's hard to leave all that money. Anyways, I'm gone. Appreciate you guys. I need to go live more often, so I'm gonna say good night. Appreciate you guys, especially you guys. Well, everyone to the right of me in terms of time zones. I genuinely appreciate you guys. If I have somebody in there from Hawaii, I appreciate you too. But for you guys to stay up and talk to me, I value that. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys. Ryan Garcia is on his way. We'll have to wait and see. These guys ain't fighting nobody. So they get to 11-0, so we'll figure it out. All right, peace, guys.